school, I fell in love with it immediately. I tried many other sports. I always remember my parents pushing me to diversify in the sports category and try baseball and hockey and a ton of other sports, but soccer is the one that I just love playing the most. It's something that I remember having such a passion for, and I could tell that I was excelling in it and that I wanted to better myself every day. And I remember, going to bed with a ball. I remember waking up, and that's the only thing that I wanted to do at school. That took up most of my time, other than my academics, obviously. I took every opportunity to play. I took every opportunity to watch. I enjoyed watching it on TV. I remember constantly scrolling through, Pro Direct Soccer and these websites, looking at different boots, looking at different jerseys that I wanted. And it's something that I remember that just encompassed everything that I wanted to achieve and wanted to do. And, I pursued it from a young age, and I haven't really stopped. So my pathway is a little bit unique in the sense that I come from a relatively small city in Canada, Saskatoon. I'm sure people have heard of it, but we're definitely not known for producing soccer players. I was actually the first born and raised professional to come out of the city. Now we have Thomas who plays on Vancouver Whitecaps, but we're known for breeding football players and hockey players, and growing up, that's kind of what you were told. So I remained in Saskatoon until I was about 21 years old. I came up through the youth system and my club system. I was on the provincial team each year growing up, and eventually attended the University of Saskatchewan, where I played there for 4 years. And that was a really good learning experience and learning curve. At the time, it was the best opportunity I had to play at the highest level. I always wanted to pursue the professional game somewhere else in the world, in Canada and the United States, or wherever that may be. But the best opportunity I had was to attend the University of Saskatchewan. And I learned so much in those 4 years, winning a CanWest medal in my fourth year. And from there, I was able to progress, and I played 1 year out in Victoria for their PDL squad, which is basically a summer league for a lot of the college. A lot of people that went to college in the United States, they can play 2 or 3 months in the summer just to keep fit and keep active because their season is so short. So I kind of took a chance out in Victoria and played really well in the one season that I played out there. I was seen by Vancouver Whitecaps development squad, which was their U23 or PDL team. And from there, I slowly progressed through the ranks, and it was a very unique experience. It's something that I look back on, and I hope it shows younger kids that it is possible to not take the sort of standard route where you are able to go into a residency program, or you have an academy in the city that you're from, somewhere that you can be recognized somewhat easily. And where I'm from, that was not the case at all. There were so many good players that I remember growing up that I saw just kind of fizzle out because they didn't really get a good look, or they didn't know exactly what to do. There was no pathway. So hopefully this kind of proves and shows that it is possible no matter where you come from, no matter how big or small your city, whether there's an academy or not. I was proof of that, and seeing Thomas progress, he's proof of that. And that's kind of why I got into this, and that's why I'm super excited to be a part of this next gen team, because the amount of young athletes that I've seen throughout the years just kind of quit playing the game it's very saddening, and I don't want to see that anymore. So this is why I'm a part of it, to kind of hopefully be an advocate, especially in Saskatchewan and even on a broader scheme. Very open person. I think it's super important to talk about things, whether big or small. As I grew up, I lost my mom at a young age, and for a few years I really bottled things up and didn't really know who to talk to about it. Soccer was my one way of expressing it, but as I got a little bit older, I realized that it's okay to talk about things, and more so it's important to, because it helps people feel like they're not alone, and it helps build this community. And I think I have a unique perspective on that, because I've come from a small city where there hadn't been any professional players, and I'd gone through a lot throughout my life up to that point, and I just continued to push myself, and there's a mental aspect of the game that I don't think sometimes young kids understand, and they may go through some tough times where they want to give up. And there were times where that kind of was in the back of my head. It definitely wasn't in the forefront, and I didn't allow it to be in the forefront for that reason, because I knew what I wanted to achieve. And I just want to make sure kids understand that it is possible, and that everyone goes through these types of things. And the more you talk about it, the more you realize that you're not alone. You're not by yourself. There's plenty of people that, from the highest level athletes in the world to players that are just trying to make it, they can be going through the exact same scenarios. It just, if they don't talk about it, how do you know? And I think that is a unique standpoint that I have. And it's something that I'm very passionate about. Mental health, you're starting to hear more and more about it. And I think it's extremely important to talk about things. And that's what I'm here for.